want to show you how to get more interesting rhythms by using the decay lane inside Electro. I have this beat pulled up, 118 sub-step swing. It sounds like this. And I want to open up the decay lane on the kick drum here. Now let's go ahead and solo that. So let's pull all these down, make the decay shorter on everything. Let's hear it in context. And I think that's a little more interesting than the way it started. But anyway, that's how you use the decay lane to get more interesting rhythms inside Electro. All right, I'm going to show you what we call the reverse trick with Electro. We have this beat, 104 Dirty Panther, loaded up, sounds like this. And all we need to do the reverse trick is check the reverse button, and then we'll go ahead and hit the play button. And we uncheck it. And now the reverse is kind of stuck mixed in with the regular beat. And that is the reverse trick with Electro. All right, this little trick with Electro is called the stretch trick. We have this beat loaded up, 87 Rebel 0, sounds like this. So we're just gonna hit the play button here. Check stretch. Pull the pitch wheel down. And uncheck it while it's still held down. And now you can see that those stretched out samples are stuck on with it unchecked. You can also do the same trick with the samples sped up. So we're gonna hit the play button, check stretch, push up the pitch wheel, uncheck stretch, let go. And that's the stretch trick for Electro. Okay, I'm going to show you how to get that effect of the kick sidechaining the kick inside Electro. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is pick out a short punchy kick. So we're going to use this Juno More Mid 2. And let's make sure the attack is fast and the decay is short. Now let's go over to our second layer that we can blend here. And let's load up a longer, subbier sounding kick drum. And then let's extend the decay as long as it will ring out. And then let's make a very, very slow attack. And now let's blend them together. And let's hear it inside a beat. And that is how you get the kick sidechaining kick effect in Electro. I want to show you how to get basically unlimited toms with 2 tom lanes inside Electro. So we have this beat pulled up that uses some Linn drum toms on the fill. Now let's make a fill that is just very, very tom heavy and see what we can get out of these 2 lanes. So we filled in some toms here. But it still kind of sounds like 2 toms, so let's make lots and lots of toms out of this. So let's open up the tune lane. Let's make this group 1 tom. Let's make this another tom. If we want to add even a little bit more separation, we can use the spread lane, which is going to affect the panning. And we can make these slowly change panning as well. And then here's the result. So that's how you get lots more toms out of just 2 tom lanes in Electro. Okay, I want to show you how to get some unconventional sounds out of the percussion in Electro. So I have this variety tabla high loaded up here on Percussion 1. Sounds like this. I want to show you what happens when we just slow down the attack on this. Now I've used this inside the beat maker with the 2 different sequences between 6 and 7. I'm using the tune lane to actually change the pitch. And here's how it sounds. It has a very melodic sound to it. There's actually 2 pitches involved. It makes it sound kind of pretty when you add that reverb to it. So that is just one way that you can take percussion, make it into a totally different sound, and change the entire vibe of the beat that you have going inside Electro. A lot of you have been asking if it's possible to drag the beat from the beat maker in Electro into your timeline for your DAW, and it's very easy. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We have this beat loaded up that's called 110 Ready Set. If we want to take any one of these measures and drag them into our timeline to edit the MIDI manually, just drag this MIDI icon into your timeline, and that is all you do. And any information that you have drawn into the feel lane or any swing that you have going on will be exported as well. Let me show you that. And this will drag and drop and sound exactly like it does in the beat maker. So that's how you drag your beat into your DAW. I want to show you how much flexibility you can have in Electro just by switching up the kit. I have this beat loaded up, 113 Fire Drummer 1983. It uses a lot of Linn drum samples, so it has a very 80s sound to it. But when we lock the sound design controls and then we start flipping through some of the different kits, I want you to hear how this just unlocks kind of a whole new world of sounds for this beat. It's almost unrecognizable, even though all we're changing is the samples. Let's hear a few more. And that is how I would say you can get a lot more mileage out of every beat inside of Electro. Okay, I want to show you a little trick we do with the kick drum inside Electro. We're going to load up 2 instances of the same kick drum, and on the first layer, we're going to leave it as is, but on the second layer, we're going to bypass the effects, but it will still utilize the EQ. So you can see we have a little bit of a low frequency boost, and then on the first layer, this will be going through the effects. So here's the first layer. And so that's getting very, very compressed and squashed. And now let's blend it with this other kick drum that is not being compressed at all. So that way, if you're wanting to get a lot more sustain and tone out of one of them, but leave all of the sub information intact, that is how you could do that. So that's a way that you can do some heavy processing with your kick drum without losing any low end inside Electro.